views expressed on this program are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other advertisers. You're listening to Transformation Talk Radio.
Welcome to the hit show Sheer Alchemy with Leslie Fonteyne on TransformationTalkRadio.com. Get ready to stir up your passions, identify your blocks, and shift into an entirely new existence. Just say yes to explosive abundance. Leslie Fonteyne is a transformation catalyst and clairvoyant who uses her intuitive and energetic gifts to catapult listeners into living the life they were born to live. Whether it's shifting from scarcity to abundance, from emotional pain into joy, or from illness into health, Leslie will help you step into the true essence and power of all that you are with the help of the Ascended Masters and Archangels. You will not be the same. Now, here's your host, Leslie Fonteyne.
Hello, hello, hello. This is Leslie Fonteyne with Sheer Alchemy. I am loving the name of this show today because it is an alchemical change that we have the opportunity to make in each and every moment. I hope you have come ready today with a vision, with an experience, and even with your losses, because the name of this show today is Creating Magic in the Void, the Secret to Abundance. Some of you have been in an empty place for a while. Are you done? Some of you just got there. It looks like life just fell apart. It crumbled around you. You lost some personal connection with someone. You might have lost work. You might have been rejected for an opportunity. There may be misunderstandings in family. And maybe it's just happened. It's fresh off the press for you. When we experience a void, there's something deep within us, in our essence, in our higher self, that's ready to step into something amazing. But here's the deal. We've got a story attached to our life. And how often have you been playing that tape? How dramatic is the story? What are you wanting people to respond with toward you? Oh, I'm so sorry. Poor you. I can see how you're stuck forever and you will never, ever, ever come out of this ditch. Is that what you want? Is that what you want to draw to you? So this is the show for you. If you've hit a place that you have stepped into a void in some area of your life. Now, typically we don't have it happen in every area at the same time. Some of us have had that. I've called that often the cosmic 2x4. We get whacked over the head and we finally pay attention. Some of us have been on a slow decline for a long time, just not paying attention. We know what happens to our cars when we do that. We know what happens to our houses when we do that. So what could possibly be different with your energy field? What could possibly be different about your life? So if this is you, I'm going to go ahead and give out the 800 number for you to call in and have your chance to do the great shift in this amazing void that you have just stepped into. Our number is 800-930-2819. 800-930-2819. Happy New Year to everyone. Just kicking off an amazing year. Some of us have had a pretty intense 2014, and it sure ended with a lot of intensity. Lots of full moons, lots of energy shifts, amazing stuff. And we're coming into a year of creating anew. So if that's you, then this is the moment. This is the time. I want you to dig up from within you, down in your security center, down in your solar plexus. I want you to come up with what is going on in you that you want to create, that you want to step into, that you want to make happen. We're going to surface the double binds. We're going to surface the parts of us that don't want it. You know, I hear people say things like, well, if you say you don't know what you want, you're lying. I don't buy it. I think we have a short-circuiting sometimes. And I could just walk you through a few examples, okay? Let's say you are one of these people that lost a relationship or lost a job. All right? And let's just walk through what this is like within you. There was some part of you that wasn't happy for a long time. And you stuck to it and you held on to it because you thought you had to. Why? Fear. Fear of what? Well, fear of what people think, fear of not making any money, fear that source won't really come through, fear that you're really not believing what you talk, fear that what you've attracted is this disaster or the appearance of one that you have on hand. And so we start to step into what is this energy about? What is this loss about? And then if I were to turn the words around and say, is it a loss at all, or is it a change? Is it a shift? And then we step into the fear of losing what's comfortable. The devil we know versus the one we don't. We knew how it worked. We knew how that boss operated. We knew how that partner operated. Now that one is not around and we're faced with ourselves. Often when we're stepping into something new, often when we're creating this brand new experience that we truly have desired for a long time. You know, that idea you had when you were working that job you hated, that you didn't like, that you were talking about, I just wish I could. Well, here it is. Here's your time. So let's take a look at all the fears that surface. Let's take a look at everything that starts stirring up within you that says, but this isn't how it was supposed to happen. It wasn't supposed to show up this way. Really? Well, it did show up that way, and we could take another segue down that path about why it showed up that way. But I want you to evaluate right now what the issue is you have about change. Is it a comfort level? Is it your security blanket? Is it that quilt that you've had around you a long, long time? Is it that retirement you thought you'd wait till you were 65 and then start what you wanted to do, but really your heart didn't want to wait till you were 65, did it? No. You have dreams, you have passions, you have desires. You are beautiful inside and out. And now here you are on the cusp of your next life. How exciting is that? I really want some of you to think about this. This is, the new year. We've got so many calendars in this world, so this is an arbitrary date. January 1, we said, bam, it's a new year. Okay. So here's your new year. We're 2 weeks into it. What have you created? There are some things you have created that you have put in motion. A lot of people in the energy business, a lot of people in the spirituality business are talking about how this is a time when what you say and what you intend and what you create with your words and your energy will happen. It's going to happen quickly. What have you created? Why don't you take an inventory of the last 2 weeks of your life? And now, if I was to say, be happy about the loss of that job, get excited that it's done, turn toward your new void with anticipation and excitement. Is there some rule in you that says, well, I shouldn't do that. I should be worried. I should be anxious. I should be feeling really bad about this situation. There's a whole lexicon of language I could be using about this devastation I'm having right now. I need to go get my friends and tell them the same story over and over and over again. You know what I suggest? Get new friends. Find some people that kick you in the butt, that get you excited about this opportunity that you truly did desire, because a part of you made this awesome thing happen, this void, this magical void that you are in. So let's think right now about the energies you might want to draw in. What do you want? Do you want to be happy? Be happy. Is your happiness based on outward circumstances? Is your happiness based on what other people do? Is it based on whether people appreciate you or not, or how much money you make? That's an opportunity to check inside. Let's switch that around. I'm a co-creator with Source right now. I am an abundance creator. So there is a silver lining to your breakdown. And by breakdown, I don't mean emotional and mental, and some of us have had those, and I don't make light of that. I'm talking about this crumbling that's just occurred in some area of your life where you want to allow this opportunity rebuild, to take those bricks to create something new. Does the truth feel painful? Well, I'm part of the anti-shaming department. I hope you know that by now, listening to me. There's an ordinance on this show with regard to shame. It is anti-shaming. So we are not looking at ourselves and going, oh, what will people think that I don't have a job? What will people think that I don't have a partner and I'm this old? And what will people think that I've walked away from this security because I'm so depressed and sad in this environment? Well, is that your value, what other people think? Or is your value to connect with your guides, to connect with new energies, to connect with new source? Make this your resolution. Make this your resolution right now to create something new. And then we explode with the Vesuvius within. I like that. I'm coming up with all my slogans today. The eruption within is your spirit. Some of you are just really starting to connect with your heart space. Don't be afraid, because you're letting the next thought, the how thoughts, come in and start telling you what you can and can't have. So pay attention to the explosiveness in your heart space and what we are wanting to create on the other side, okay? Don't get all bogged down in the hows yet. We haven't even gotten there. So we're going to take a break right now, and when we come back, we're going to start to take your calls. But I want all of you to be thinking about what is it that you can create, and what is this magical void all about in your life?
To Sheer Alchemy with Leslie Fonteyne on TransformationTalkRadio.com, and get ready to stir up your passions, remove your blocks, and shift into an entirely new existence. Speaker, teacher, channel, clairvoyant, Leslie Fonteyne is a transformation catalyst who channels a powerful energy from source to catapult listeners into living the life they were born to live. Whether it's shifting from scarcity to abundance, from emotional pain into joy, or from illness into health, Leslie will help you step into the true essence and power of all that you are with the help of the Ascended Masters and Archangels. You will not be the same. Visit TransformationTalkRadio.com for show dates and times, and LeslieFonteyne.com to say yes to explosive abundance.
Tune in to the Jen Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life, each Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific and 11 a.m. Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com. This amazing show is an inspirational hour that will take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jen is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Call in for intuitive readings and visit JenRoyster.com for more information.
Put a little woohoo in your life with Keys. Keys Clear Protein Waters have 22 grams of smile-making, attitude-adjusting protein in every bottle. Did I mention its tongue-tingling taste? Not just another guilty pleasure. With Keys, you'll enjoy every low-sugar sip and freedom from gluten, lactose, and GMOs. Who needs the fountain of youth when you can find Keys on Amazon or at Keys, Kees, please.com. Put a little woohoo in your attitude with Keys Protein Water.
Own your leadership, own your life. Start your new year right with this life-shifting all-day workshop led by Wendy R. Wolf and Lynn Brown in Bellevue, Saturday, January 31st. Step into more inner and outer leadership in all facets of your life. Activate the power in being present, owning your space, and harnessing all of your energy for you. Own your body, own your relationships, own your path, own your life. To register, go to healgrowshine.com or email Wendy at wendyrwolf.com.
Artie Hoffman is the hottest psychic with the warmest heart and the host of the hit show Angels and Answers. A renowned psychic, medium, spiritual life coach, and an entertaining motivational speaker, Artie has helped over 15,000 people with his amazing intuitive gifts, his passion, and his humor. Call 877-ANGEL-02 to schedule a personal reading or to have your own psychic Artie party. That's 877-ANGEL-02. And visit artiehoffman.com and Angels and Answers on Facebook.
Welcome back to the show. This is Leslie Fonteyne with SheerAlchemy.com. Wanted to let you know a few things about where I'm going to be this year. The year is happening fast, and I am coming to a town near you. I'm very excited. I'll be in Raleigh in February, Chicago in February and March, Portland, March, Cincinnati, April, and London back in the UK on May 1st. So very, very thrilled to be reconnecting again with some of my current clients and also some new ones that are looking to step beyond what they're seeing in their life right now. I wanted to share something before we take our first call. And some of you are familiar with tarot, and there's a card called the Tower card. And typically when we get the Tower card, it's talking about a part of us that is ready to change. So either something falls apart or there is a outburst within us that causes something to change right away. But there could be fireworks, it could just fall away, but there's an agreement with some aspect of ourselves to move forward. Now, I notice that a lot of people are in some serious denial about what they really, really want and what brought about some of their current circumstances. And I can say that for myself. I get a ton of these things within my own life all the time, so I can definitely understand it. But we've got to move past the denial and the blindness and the justification and the feeling of being a victim to taking ownership of this and say, okay, I've created this. Now what do I want? What do I want to do? That other thing was not good for me. I've let it go. Now I want to create something new. Sometimes we engineer the circumstances. Sometimes we sabotage things to allow them to happen. And other times we just make the change with inspired action. So I want you to think about where in your field you are justifying and holding on to some old stuff to tell the same story. This is a big line that we're going to run through this show is what's your story and why do you tell it? And if I told you to change your story, who would you be now? So, Benny, let's take Sue from Flagstaff. What's she got to say?
Well, let's bring her in. So, Sue, welcome to the show. What's going on?
Hi, how are you?
Fabulous. How are you, Sue?
I'm wonderful.
All right. So what is going on that's shaking up in your life?
Well, I've survived many things.
Yeah.
And I am not a victim. I am a survivor.
Yeah.
And I do know the hard times are over. I've been told this because there have been some really, really hard times in my life.
Sure.
And I've been working on myself for quite a long time. Mm-hmm. I probably always will be.
Yeah.
I have confusion concerning my near future.
Uh-huh.
I kind of want to go and speak to the people that are going through what I've gone through.
Yeah.
That could be just about anybody, anywhere, because I've gone through so much. But I was thinking battered women.
Uh-huh.
And, but I believe I want to move. I want to move to California.
Okay.
I don't know whether to, I don't know if that's what I should do, start talking to battered women. I think that if, I can do it, they can do it. And I think that, by showing how many of us are set up in our lives to become battered women, that would help them see the big picture.
Oh, it would. Well, that's a real gift that you have, Sue, that you can step into it. I can't think of much for many of us where the experiences we have, what we walk through, then becomes this gift and this healing for others. So one thing I just wanted to throw out to you that happens because, we live in this 3D dimension, right? And if you think about it, it's all sequential. It's all A first, then B, B, then C. If I have the money, then I will. Should I do this here or do that there? It's very linear often. And spirit operates in multiple dimensions. And you are a multidimensional being. So just want to throw out to you that the word is yes. It's all yes. So if you resonate through what I'm getting right now is a part of your solar plexus and a part of your security center that are questioning some aspect of, whether you can, whether you're all that, what would you do, etc. And sometimes you get bogged down in the hows. How am I going to make this happen? What do I need to do first? Is it A or B? And what I'd like you to try this week, and I'm getting a little anxiety in your heart space right now, but, this is just fear. Sometimes the fear of not knowing just stops us dead. So let's just let that go. There you go. Just allow yourself to just release that right now. We're bringing in your guidance team. We're allowing them to come in and to work with you. So the answer is yes, that you have this gift. You have this ability to teach and to help people shift energies to see their reality in a new way, bringing them out of their abusive karma into a new place with grace. That is a yes. So then you say you put no limits on spirit, no limits on how it's going to manifest, whether it's California first, then working with abused women, vice versa, any of that. You release it completely. And then you allow yourself to draw in all those that are going to work with you, those that are going to be partners with you to support what you do. So the next thing then is your intuitive guidance, and we want to clear out a little bit in your telepaths and just release what's going on there. Just a little blockage here and there. Sometimes, logic comes in and some of our rules and beliefs about how things should happen. So we're just releasing some of that, and we're just getting you some information from the inner plane right now. And now you want to create this service, this gift, this healing. And we're drawing in those that want to work with you. And it may be onesies, twosies that come towards you, that approach you. And I just see there's a lot of touch that you have in your hands, Sue. You're very, you provide a lot of healing through your hands. I'm just definitely getting that. So I just see when you touch people, there's a shift already that occurs at that point. And I really want you to honor that. At least that's how it's coming through very strongly for you. But your heart space is opening up. So sometimes the next thing I want to say to you is that we get caught up in form. I want you to listen to this after we hang up. You'll be able to access this show again on my website. But we get caught up in form. Allow these ones to come to you. Go ahead and practice what it is that you're going to be sharing, how you're going to help them heal, how you're going to help them move into the next thing. Don't get caught up in how big is the program, where do I need to go, who is it. That will come to you. That will come to you. So we're just going to close off your aura right now. There's a lot of traffic coming into your field. I think you know what I mean by that. So we just want to close that off and allow you to really sit with the inspiration that's coming to you. And now there's a part of you in your second with regard to California that's a little hesitant. So there's some things you're hanging on to, Sue. What is it that you're concerned about?
I'm alone, and I was moving forward to be closer to family, and it seems that family is just concerned with my money and not me. Okay. So this is a big piece of information. I have other family there that aren't blood family that love me for me. All right. So I want to be close to them.
Okay. Well, you have the ability to do these things, but I do want to encourage you that you already are a healer and you're already a gift in that community. The desires and the intentions that we have are never accidental, okay? So this is not a mistake. This is not something that is an accident. This is definitely a passion of yours, and also you have the healing ability. So I'd like you to think about what comes to you and put on the right side of the piece of paper all the things that are explaining to you why you can't or can do something. Just all the rationalizing that seems to be coming up. You are loved in a lot of places. So let your heart guide you on the California thing. And please feel free to call me after the show, and we can talk some more about some of this, okay?
Yes, that'd be wonderful. Okay. Thank you so much.
You bet. All right. So we're going to go to break, but want to remind you of the 800 number if you're interested in dialing in and calling. It's 800-930-2819. 800-930-2819. And I really appreciate Sue honoring what's coming to her. And, I hope some of you are hearing when we struggle in just this dimension, we're not understanding that we can say yes in multiple levels and multiple parts of our field. So when we come back, we'll go to the phones and we'll talk a little more about how to create magic in the void.
Spaces that I fill.
Be a leader as a way of life. Reclaim leadership over your domain with Ascended Master Moses. Meditation workshop led by Wendy R. Wolf and Lynn Brown. Friday, January 30th at the Key Center building in Bellevue. Live out your unique and significant role in this lifetime for the betterment of your soul as well as the universe as a whole. Come practice opening to your inner voice. Be the difference only you can make in your world. To register, go to healgrowshine.com or email wendy@wendyrwolf.com.
Called the Oprah of Radio by her listeners, award-winning host Dr. Pat Baccili is blowing the doors off of traditional talk radio. Get ready for an energizing delivery and powerful interviews with leaders in the field of human potential. Dr. Pat's fresh, new perspective on living life full out has catapulted her show to the top of talk radio. Tune in and Dr. Pat will help you thrive instead of merely survive. Visit thedrpatshow.com. That's THEDRPatshow.com for listening times in your area.
Tune in to Sheer Alchemy with Leslie Fonteyne on TransformationTalkRadio.com and get ready to stir up your passions, identify your blocks, and shift into an entirely new existence. Leslie Fonteyne is a transformation catalyst and clairvoyant who uses her intuitive and energetic gifts to catapult listeners into living the life they were born to live. Whether it's shifting from scarcity to abundance, from emotional pain into joy, or from illness into health, Leslie will help you step into the true essence and power of all that you are with the help of the Ascended Masters and Archangels. You will not be the same. Visit TransformationTalkRadio.com for show dates and times and LeslieFontaine.com to say yes to explosive abundance.
It's here. The 23rd Annual Women of Wisdom Conference, February 12th through the 16th. This year's theme is I Am We, Hearts Connecting Communities. Join us Valentine's Day. Maiden Mother Crone by Sinner Saint Burlesque will entertain, challenge, empower, confuse, embrace, and deeply engage the audience, weaving feminist activism and our sensory exploration for both ancient and modern myths about the feminine. Community-building events include open space World Cafe dialogues with Inspirational Jane to explore important issues to women and a teen activist panel interwoven with intergenerational dialogues. Find out all the details at www.womenofwisdom.org. That's www.womenofwisdom.org.
Register for a half-day workshop and bring a friend for 40% off.
Flame is my name for who I'm supposed to be. So justify the blame just for some serenity. Serenity.
Hello, hello again. This is Leslie Fonteyne with Sheer Alchemy. Some of you have been calling in, wanting to know how to reach me. You can call me at 678-665-3366, 678-665-3366. My website is Leslie Fonteyne, LesliEFONTEYNE.com. And there you can find out about my services. I do private sessions. I do a lot of speaking and workshops. I have CDs that help walk you through the blocks to your abundance, what's going on with you. They're extremely powerful, backed up with archangels and ascended masters. So you won't be the same after listening to those. I've just had tremendous testimony from many, many people that have used these meditation CDs to clear their fields of old blockages and old energies that just aren't yours anymore. You know, some of us come from a long line of family that has gone through a lot of suffering, or there's times of poverty that are in the history of the family, and so people are terrified of letting go of what they have. And the choice is to be miserable versus release, right? So again, this is the anti-shaming ordinance. We are not going to pick on you for things that are not necessarily looking right. I don't care about what doesn't look right in your life. When we release work, it doesn't look right to some people. If we walk away from a partner because our spirit is urging us to step into something grand, I have no criticism of that. But what I want you to do is stop looking at those blockages and the shame as a reason to not step into all that you are. Now, I was talking earlier about the Vesuvius within. All of you, I don't care who you are, have had a passion at one time or another in your life. Now, it may have gotten slapped down, or you may have been too fearful to step into it, or whatever it was. But you have this thing that ignited within you. It was so combustible. It was so grand. It was so terrific. Then you had silencers outside your field. Things that you said, oh, well, that's not practical. I can't do that. I can't do this. You went right back into the same thing again. Well, here's the thing. Not even that is shameful. We're going to go around Mount Sinai as many times as we have to go, okay? If you have to do it one more time, so be it. But I bet you the tenure will be shorter, okay? So think more highly of yourself. Think more highly about the visions and dreams that you have. One person does matter. Your voice does matter. Your energy does matter. If you touch one child, one person, we have this idea that, you know, it's really the ego. I should be touching crowds. I should be touching people. I should be successful in my business. Whose definition is that? Where is that coming from? And the next assumption is that Source will not supply for you, that it won't be coming to you from Source. There's a bit of Source betrayal, like, well, God didn't come through before when I was going through X, Y, and Z. Okay, let's get to the bottom of that one, too. So right now I'm asking you to step into your power, step into your joy. Don't be afraid of all that you are. Right now, Benny, what do we have?
What do we have, or who do we have? Well, we can start out by giving out a number for the show if you'd like to join us and yourself. That's Leslie Fonteyne. Sheer Alchemy is the show. 800-930-2819 is the number. 800-930-2819. We'd love to have you. We'll take Kit calling in from Green, Maine. So welcome to the show, Kit.
Hey, Kit.
Hi, thank you.
How are you? Happy New Year.
Thank you, you too.
What's going on with you?
Well, I've done a lot of work with Panache and done a lot of the videos of Matt Kahn's. I've kind of been on this path for the last 30 years of my life. And things are still crumbling in my life. I just think that I'm getting somewheres, and then boom, something comes up and just slams me right back to step one again, and I'm just getting very, very discouraged.
Okay. So how's your grounding going? Are you able to ground pretty well in the present time?
I've thought that I've been able to.
Okay. All right. Just want to make sure that your energy is really, really strong in the present. And I'm seeing some, our first chakra is survival and abundance, and I'm just getting some other energies from whether it's ancestral or other lifetimes that kind of holding you in poverty mode. So, that whole thing of you almost crawl out and then something goes wrong, just like you've described, and pulls you right back down. But there's also some energies that are definitely coming in and affecting your field. So I'd like to do a little diagnosis here. Do you mind?
No, go ahead.
Okay, so tell me what it's like when the boom falls. Tell me what's going on. You have an excitement, you have a desire. Tell me how it breaks down, just if you can summarize it. What is the energy like? What happens?
I go from being very, feeling more confident as to who I really am inside, more of an awareness of myself and my surroundings, and not getting caught up in the little things anymore.
Yeah.
And then something comes out of left field and just devastates me and just
so what
slams
is?
me.
Give me an example of a left fielder.
Somebody that I've been able to count on.
Okay.
Suddenly pulls something and isn't able to take responsibility for what they did, and knowing that I've been hurt by it, they're too stuck in their own pain to be able to step forth and come and meet me with mine so we can talk it out.
Yeah. So this sounds like a long pattern of drawing people that are not supportive, right?
Well, I guess so, yeah.
Yeah. So, and again, this is not, this is just is what it is. This is not bad. This is not good. We have no judgments about this. So we have to look within ourselves and go, where am I not fully supporting myself? So one thing I'm hearing is that there's a pattern of a person, and if I'm over-exaggerating, forgive me, of a person that comes into your life, you have expectations, and trust me, I'm one of those. I have the rose-colored glasses. I'm really good at wearing those. So this person comes in, and then this is a very, very familiar experience, pulls the rug out from under you. You're kind of victimized by the fact that they did this, and then you want them to acknowledge their bad behavior.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the deal. You've done this before, okay? You've been drawing this energy before. So are you willing to let go of the agreement with that?
How do you mean?
I mean that what you're going to choose is to want to draw in what is supportive for your field, supportive for who you are. Okay, there's a pattern. It's like a karmic pattern. It's an agreement. It's a contract that I'm going to set myself up with people that are going to let me down. They're going to be dismissive of my pain, and they are going to walk on back into whatever they want to do, not paying attention to the condition in which they left me.
Okay.
That kind of thing. Because there's a part of you, for all your spiritual work, it's time to step into your power. Okay? You can create all that you are. You can be all that we are. We go into relationship not to, get someone to meet our needs. I know that's really, no one likes to hear that. And please understand that I'm not putting anything down at all. But when you have gone through as many shifts as you have, okay, this one has come up over and over and over, and it's time to be done.
Okay.
Right? And to honor yourself, to honor who you are. So right now, I just want you to go in the heart space with me right now, and we're just going to release the agreement with this one. But it's an energy, okay? We never hate anybody. We never get all of it. We're going to release this energy right now, letting go of the contract. It's in your heart space. It's also in your solar plexus. Releasing that agreement now. We're bringing in your masters, your archangels, all those that are working with you. Okay, there's a lot coming out of your 7th, which is rewiring you of stepping into power. And I'd really like for you to take some time to explore what it is to stand in your own power. This is really important for you. But so much is just releasing out. We're sending forgiveness to this one, releasing him onto his path, letting him go. We're going up before the karmic board. We're bringing this karmic pattern into completion, that you're done. We're going through all your lifetimes from the beginning of your timeline into present time, and we're releasing all attachments that cause you to stop from stepping into all that you are. Releasing them, letting them go. Doing a full wash now of your chakra column, your energy fields. Beautiful. Clearing out your 6. There's a part of you that's really afraid of stepping into your power, and let me tell you, kid, it's because you are that powerful. So today I want you to start some new words that I embrace all that I am. I embrace my spirit. I embrace my higher self. I bring in all my guides. I bring in my ministering spirits. I bring in all those that work with me to help me to step into all that I am. And I create the serendipitous, limitless opportunities of being loved and loving. Drawing in the finances, drawing in all the capabilities, all the talents, surfacing them, ready to manifest. A little part of your heart that's a little tight, and it's your inner child. So here's the thing, Kit. I'd be glad to work with you, but you are letting go of some big, big stuff, okay? You are. This is not small. You've been around this one a few times, and it's a beautiful moment. It's a great moment. I so understand. Just, it's like grieving and releasing, and every time we release the old, there is a grieving, and then we bring in the new. So you got a lot of partners in spirit that are working with you, a lot of those that want to participate, and I'd really encourage you, after we get off the line, to bring them in, around you in that chair, work with you, and allow them to embrace you. And feel free to give me a call. Go to my website, lesliefontaine.com, 678-665-3366. I'll be glad to work with you again. But this is a huge, huge day for you. This is a big day. Listen to this again afterwards. Why does it still hurt so? Because you're grieving. Because you're releasing something that you got attached to. When we're attached, there's reasons for it. So just continue to bring in the unconditional love from Source right now. Just allow it to wash through you right now. And don't be afraid of the pain. Okay. Don't be afraid of pain. You are big. You are grand. So I can talk to you some more after this. But don't feel like you can't handle this, kid. You've done a lot of work. I'm just getting so much power in your field right now. I truly am. I think you are too. You're just having a hard time with all the emotion, but when we release, that's what's going on, okay? Okay. All right. Now, listen, I don't like just abandon people. So I do encourage you to call. Just listen back and go to my website, lesliefontaine.com. You'll see how to reach me, how to write me, and we will continue, okay? So do not think that you're being abandoned in the midst of this, okay? But you are surrounded right now, all right? We're going to have to take a break now. Thank you so much, Kit, for sharing all that you did.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Oh, yes.
I fickle my heart and how woozy my eyes. I struggle to find any truth in your lies. And now my heart stumbles on things I don't know. My weakness I feel I must finally show.
Tune in each Tuesday at noon Pacific and 3 Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com for the Dr. Julie Show, All Things Connected with Dr. Julie Kroll, featuring weekly segments with David Eisen and the Chakra Sound System. Each week, you will journey through infinite possibilities, expand into social potential, and find beautiful beginnings where endings leave off. Changemakers from around the world will explore what's emergent about the environment, relationships, health, the arts, education, and the evolution of consciousness. Visit thedrjulieshow.com.
Tune in to The Truth Truth is Funny with Colette Steffen each Wednesday at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com. This hit show will have you thinking outside the box and riding the wave of infinite potential. Join Colette on the Higher Self Network, inspiring listeners to shine their brilliance and ensure success while roaring with laughter as they recognize the humor of the giant cosmic joke. Visit thetruthисfunny.com.
Get sophisticated with David and Philip Zarza. David and Philip touch on topics such as human potential, spirituality, pop culture, and purposeful living. Experience an insightful reading from David on what the universe has in store for you, or reconnect with a departed loved one. Philip can look into an issue or anything else you may be dealing with. Go to GetSophisticated.com. That's SOPHISTIGAYTED.com or call 206-420-8660.
Called the Oprah of Radio by her listeners. Award-winning host Dr. Pat Baccili is blowing the doors off of traditional talk radio. Get ready for an energizing delivery and powerful interviews with leaders in the field of human potential. Dr. Pat's fresh, new perspective on living life full out has catapulted her show to the top of talk radio. Tune in and Dr. Pat will help you thrive instead of merely survive. Visit thedrpatshow.com. That's THEDRPatShow.com for listening times in your area.
What if there was no right or wrong way to be a great parent? Join Access Consciousness Facilitator Glenna Rice as she and Dr. Pat invite you to be the questionable parents you truly are and empower you to know and give the awareness required to create ease and joy with your children. Join Dr. Pat and Glenna as they focus on parenting for the modern family. Tune in every month to the Dr. Pat Show on air and online at TransformationTalkRadio.com.
You got attitude? Keys to the rescue. Adjust your attitude with Keys Clear Protein Waters. So refreshing. Just a few sips of Keys will give you a whole new outlook, thanks to 22 grams of the happiest protein on earth. Tongue-tingling tasty without the guilt of naughty or nasty ingredients. If that doesn't put a smile on your face, maybe you need to drink too. Put a little woohoo in your attitude with Keys Protein Water. On Amazon or at Keys, Kees, please.com.
Stop me, that's why I'm starting with me. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. And no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change.
I love that song. Oh, it is so powerful. So powerful. This is Leslie Fonteyne. You can find me at lesliefonteyne.com. LeslieFonteyne.com. That's how you can get my number. That's how you can email me. It's how you can find out how to get my services and products, and also where I'm going to be over the next 3 or 4 months. It's an exciting year. This is a huge time to shift. Participate. And those of you that are calling in, I am so grateful for your truth, for your honesty, for your integrity, for sharing the depths of what you're moving through. This is powerful, powerful stuff. Don't minimize it, but also don't hide behind the fact that you're not as powerful as you are. You are powerful. You are so powerful, and you can shift it with a thought. I think so often of Viktor Frankl and what he shared after being in a Nazi prison camp and realizing that those guards could not take away his thoughts. They had burned his books. They'd taken away everything he had created. And he recovered, he restored, but he had to come to this understanding that no one could take away his thoughts. So it's the same for you. You're in the void. You're in this place. You could be sitting in the middle of a difficult dinner, sitting with very grouchy people that are tearing you down, people that are dismissing you, and you could begin in that moment to shift. No one is in your field. You're there. Now, if you want them to control you, if you want to give them space, I guess that's what you'll do. I'm giving you the door out, a way out of allowing what has been the status quo in your life up to this point. If you're ready to change, if you're ready to shift, this is your moment. But it comes often in the moment of an apparent void. This is your magical time. This is the alchemical moment. This is where you can choose right now in this moment to begin anew. Get your field into present time. Bring yourself into present time right now. Some of you are afraid to understand how tremendously powerful you are. You are so phenomenal. You truly are. So draw in your guidance team. Draw in those that you work with. If you don't know who the Ascended Masters and the Archangels are and what they can do for you, then go online and look it up. There is so much amazing information out there. So much now. Imagine what it was like when we couldn't just Google it. Oh, my goodness. So take a look and draw in the ones that resonate with your spirit. Draw in Hilarion if you're one of those that likes to dissect and break things down and become a teacher, an explainer, an articulator of thought. Bring in the Vyamuses and the Linduces, those that can work with core fear, the deep, deep emotional wounds, going back to the beginning of your timeline into present time. There is so much ability we have to transform the experience we have now and today. When we're hurting, this is not a moment to shut it down, shove it down, and push it away so you don't feel it. Some of us escape into our work, we escape into being busy, we escape into cooking, or whatever the thing is that we do. I'm telling you not to be afraid of your pain, to allow it, to acknowledge it, to listen to yourself, and go, what is it telling me? What do I want to create? And when we release the old and the familiar, and when we let go of that comfort blanket that has kept us secure, and we step into something new, isn't there some anticipation, some anxiety, some change? If you haven't done anything major to change in a long time, my goodness, it's going to be a new experience, isn't it? So think about this. Magic comes from the empty place. It can come in the midst of any environment that you're in. If you're at work right now in a job that you don't like, begin to examine what you want to change. If you have conflicting interests in your field, part of you wants to be cared for and another part of you wants to step into all that you are. Notice what in your field is still holding on to the old and what is needed to step into something new. So take a look. Always don't ignore who you are. This is your archaeological dig. You want to align with who you are in the new, in the midst of your pain, in the midst of feeling like a victim, in the midst of feeling abused, in the midst of feeling that people are violating your truth. Just ask yourself, why do I allow anyone in my field to violate my truth? Why do I allow anyone in my field to disparage my power? See, those are the questions that we should be asking, not how could they have let me down again? We let ourselves down. We allowed them in. So now step into yourself. Step into all that you are. Bring in your higher self. Connect with your spirit guides. Bring in those that are supportive of you in the spirit plane. And watch what happens. Allow yourself to make some decisions. So like I said, we are 2 weeks into the new year. What have you created up until now, and what would you like to create going forward for the rest of the month? Break it down. What do you want to create next week? What do you want to have happen? Who would you like to draw to you? Take some small things, take some medium-sized things. We don't have to create a company in 6 months, but we could create the business plan. We could create the partnerships. We could create the energies that we want to surround ourselves with. And we could let go of some of the old ones. Sometimes when we're not letting go, we're just afraid we're going to be alone. If you can draw in those that are supportive of you within the spirit realm, I think you're not going to feel so alone. And then check out some meetups. Check out some places that you can go where other people that are like-minded and connected with you are also looking to create something dramatic, something powerful. Those that aren't wallowing in fear of poverty, wallowing in fear of being alone, wallowing in a fear that they aren't as powerful as they really are. Find some other people like-minded who will allow you to step in to all that you are, and you can support them as well. There's so many things that come from taking a look at ourselves in the void. We see a lot of debris. It's dated. Some of us have been holding on to stuff for 20 years. Isn't it time? Isn't it time to let go of some of it and to create that new thing? And if we're afraid of something new, get to the bottom of it. Why are you afraid of something new? It's always the unknown, and it's always this fear that maybe we're not all that to handle it. This has been Leslie Fonteyne with Sheer Alchemy. This has been the Alchemical Show, where you have the option right now to change all that you are. Tune in next time when we're going to go even deeper into other blocks and opportunities for creating abundance. Visit me at lesliefontaine.com if you're interested in working with me. I would be honored to work with you.
You've been listening to the hit show Sheer Alchemy with Leslie Fonteyne on TransformationTalkRadio.com. Tune in each month to Sheer Alchemy with Leslie Fonteyne to stir up your passions, remove your blocks, and shift into an entirely new existence. Gifted, shifted, and powerful is what this show is about. Visit TransformationTalkRadio.com and LeslieFontaine.com for showtimes and dates. Contact Leslie at LeslieFontaine.com to schedule a transformative session that removes your blocks so that you can say yes to explosive abundance. You will not be the same. To Sheer Alchemy with Leslie Fonteyne on TransformationTalkRadio.com and get ready to stir up your passions, remove your blocks, and shift into an entirely new existence. Speaker, teacher, channel, clairvoyant, Leslie Fonteyne is a transformation catalyst who channels a powerful energy from Source to catapult listeners into living the life they were born to live. Whether it's shifting from scarcity to abundance, from emotional pain into joy, or from illness into health, Leslie will help you step into the true essence and power of all that you are with the help of the Ascended Masters and Archangels. You will not be the same. Visit TransformationTalkRadio.com for show dates and times and LeslieFontaine.com to say yes to explosive abundance.
Tune in to The Jen Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life, each Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific and 11 a.m. Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com. This amazing show is an inspirational hour that will take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jen is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Call in for intuitive readings and visit JenRoyster.com for more information.
Put a little woohoo in your life with Keys. Keys Clear Protein Waters have 22 grams of smile-making, attitude-adjusting protein in every bottle. Did I mention its tongue-tingling taste? Not just another guilty pleasure. With Keys, you'll enjoy every low-sugar sip and freedom from gluten, lactose, and GMOs. Who needs the fountain of youth when you can find Keys on Amazon or at Keys, Kees, please.com. Put a little woohoo in your attitude with Keys Protein Water.
Own your leadership, own your life. Start your new year right with this life-shifting all-day workshop led by Wendy R. Wolf and Lynn Brown in Bellevue, Saturday, January 31st. Step into more inner and outer leadership in all facets of your life. Activate the power in being present, owning your space, and harnessing all of your energy for you. Own your body, own your relationships, own your path, own your life. To register, go to healgrowshine.com or email Wendy at wendyrwolf.com.
Artie Hoffman is the hottest psychic with the warmest heart and the host of the hit show Angels and Answers. A renowned psychic, medium, spiritual life coach, and an entertaining motivational speaker, Artie has helped over 15,000 people with his amazing intuitive gifts, his passion, and his humor. Call 877-ANGEL-02 to schedule a personal reading or to have your own psychic Artie party. That's 877-ANGEL-02. And visit ArtieHoffman.com and Angels and Answers on Facebook.